Hello.
They had a weird thing.
We did have a weird thing. It was like said that
we couldn't go live because the traffic was too much.
Like
on their platform, I guess.
Yeah, it said on StreamYard, it says there's too much traffic right now. Wait 40 seconds to try again. I was like, what? There's a traffic jam on StreamYard?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us something good. Do you have a countdown? Do you have something to celebrate? Did you celebrate something this week? Maybe on Tuesday?
Like a birthday, maybe a 63rd birthday.
Yeah, a 63rd birthday.
Yeah.
So put it in the chat and we'll celebrate with you again. Do you also, if you're a creator and you hit a certain milestone, love to celebrate that. Or if you're a creator and you have something coming up you want to tell everybody about, we'd love to know.
Mm-hmm. We're doing trivia, travel company logos, part 2.
Yes, part 2.
It's a little harder this time, but there's still some ones that
So Hannah will show you the logo of a travel something that has to do a travel business.
Yeah.
And you have to guess what the business is.
Some are hard. Some are hard.
Some are easy. Yeah, some are easy.
I would like to point out, I got a lot of the well-known ones last time, so it was kind of hard to come up with this time. But I like to point out, I tested it on my coworker and like office mate Ginger, and she did really well.
She tested her mom and she didn't do so well.
No, Ginger did better than me.
Which I'm a travel agent. It's kind of sad.
Well, granted, it was a lot of airlines this time.
Yeah, it was a lot of airlines. So, and I really don't do airlines a lot.
You only do Delta, and we did them last time. So, yeah.
So we did have a great time on Tuesday. Keith, BDF, it was his birthday, and he had a great live stream. And we appreciate that we were part of that.
Mm-hmm.
I guess my countdowns are cruises in August, September, and next March. What's that?
I got nothing.
You got a wedding countdown, child.
I do have that. It's like 150 something.
You don't have a countdown on your phone?
It's out. Gracie changes it every day on my desk. I think it's 150.
I have a countdown on my phone. Hold on.
I think it's 150.
Let me look at my countdown. Oop.
I think it's
countdown.
I think it's 150.
Well, that's a big milestone for 150.
And if you win, you get this shiny fiddle made of gold. It's 149.
149.
If you lose, the devil gets you.
My next cruise, I have 52 days.
So Hannah has music going in her head at all times. And the past 3 days, it's been The Devil Went Down in Georgia. It's been stuck in my head.
We actually saw
Charlie Daniel.
Is he passed now?
Yep.
We saw him in concert one time. He was a great concert. He's very talented.
Yep.
He's a great fiddle player. So we will not be live next week. I have a meeting once a month that falls on a Thursday, and it will be next week. So
they did not plan that well.
Because it's a holiday.
It's a federal holiday.
Yeah, they did. But I have a meeting on Thursday.
Yeah.
So I will not. We will not be here. But we'll be back.
Hopefully Hannah can read a book.
What are you reading now?
I have 3 books.
Are you reading the same books we talked about last week?
I have Happy Ever Afterlife, which is a romance, like paranormal, like investigation show meets romance kind of book. And I have Survive the Night, which is a thriller book by Riley Sager. And then I got Never Lie by Frida McFadden.
What's your favorite one?
Well, if we're going based off of speed, it's Happy Ever Afterlife because I'm like 60% of the way through it. Never Lie, I'm 32%. And
I didn't ask about how much you read. I was like, what's your favorite book you read?
Happy Ever Afterlife it's fast. I'm like, do. It's like really cute. I like it. Okay. But like the Riley Sager book stresses me out so bad. I'm like, this is a bad decision.
I want you to come to the end of Never Lie.
I know.
So I am reading The Wedding People, which is dark but funny at the same time.
His dark humor.
Dark humor, yeah. And I should be finished with it by this weekend. So it's good. I have laughed out loud so many times with that book, though.
I tried to get so her wedding anniversary was yesterday.
Yes. Oh, that's another thing. We celebrated our wedding anniversary yesterday. 31 years.
Mm-hmm. And I helped my father and pre-ordered. We pre-ordered that 2 books by 2 of her favorite authors. And she looked at him and said, "You can save this to my birthday. I don't think we should do anniversary gifts.
My birthday is in 10 days."
I just like to point out that he was ready. He was ready.
Oh, I guess we won't celebrate my birthday next week on the live stream. It'll be over by the time we have
Happy early birthday to you.
Yeah, I don't celebrate those anymore. But it was 31.
I forget.
I forget how old I am.
Yeah, right now mentally, I tell people I'm 30. I'm not yet 30.
Yeah, you got your big 30 this year.
Yeah, but mentally I'm already there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. But anyway, that was that. So I won't be here next week, but we'll be back.
Mom will be another year older.
I'll be another year older when we get back.
Yep.
But anyway, let's say hello to everybody in the chat.
Right.
Good to see everybody.
Right now we have BDF,
the birthday boy. It's your birthday all month.
Yep.
All month.
And then there's Anthony.
Hey, Anthony. Good to see you. Appreciate you being one of our wrenches.
Ranches.
It's very country the way I said that.
Yeah. Keith says he's got 363 days until his 64th birthday and 622 days until his Orlando trip.
Yeah, maybe you'll even have an earlier trip to Orlando because Char's moving there. His cousin's moving to that area, not that, like near Orlando
ish. Video said, "I got a crystal ball that changes colors and a wand stand for 3 wands." I have a wand stand for 3 wands too.
Yeah, you do.
Yep. And then he says he was waiting on his Quidditch set to arrive.
Gonna play Quidditch.
You know, some colleges have Quidditch teams.
Do they?
Yes, there's rules for grounded Quidditch.
Hey, Will Cooper. Great to see you. Appreciate you being here. And there's Ryan. Good to see you, Ryan.
For those who are joining us, we are doing travel trivia. Not travel trivia. We're doing logo travel trivia. So part 2. So travel companies that we're going to look at their logos. You're going to tell me who they are.
Yeah. We when we do our live streams, we're upstairs in my house, and upstairs is not used very often, except for it's my office. But because our bedroom is actually downstairs. Anyway, I set the thermostat, and we came up here and we're freezing. So this is why we have blankets.
I usually have a blanket anyway. So.
Yeah, but it's cold up here today. I don't know why.
I have coffee.
Is it still warm? I love this cup. William calls it my sippy cup.
Is this the cup that you were like, Jarrell, please send this? No, that wasn't that cup. Dad sent Jarrell home with an eggnog full of a cup very similar to this.
Carnival cup?
No.
Oh, it was a Tervis though. I love a Tervis.
And you were like, Jarrell, can I have my cup back, please? He goes, yes.
We have these fake Yetis, but I also have Tervises this size, and I like them better for some reason.
Yeah, you were like, I really want that cup
back. But that's usually my morning coffee cup right there. But yeah,
it says best friend.
It says best friend. It's a dog bone on it. That used to be my one I took when I was at work because the coffee stayed warmer throughout the day. Because I'm a coffee sipper, not a drink it down kind of girl.
BDF, he said that the cold front, which was in Kansas, arrived to us. No, it's hot. It is humid.
No, yeah,
no,
arrived to yeah.
Yep, no, it is humid.
It's hot and humid. We've had rain so much, though. The ground is so soaked. And we have not had to use sprinkler systems yet.
For 2 months.
Since, when you're supposed to start using your sprinkler system to keep your grass alive, we haven't had to. It's been raining so much, but the mosquitoes are kind of really bad, too.
There's one of my favorite Canadians.
Look.
There's my Nick.
We are well. Thank you, Nick. We hope you're well, too. It's a serious Nick.
We're doing the travel company logos trivia again. Hold on, pause. I looked up the company you work for. Their logo is the name of the company.
So she couldn't put it.
I couldn't put it in there. Unless you have another one, but like all I saw was it spelled out in a certain font.
What's the name of the company?
Porter.
Yes. Is it Porter or Porte?
Is it like with the R at the end, or are we being French?
Is it France?
Yeah.
All the questions. So, I guess we can talk about some travel news.
Maybe.
Shall we talk about some travel news? We had some very sad travel news today. Hannah hadn't even heard about this yet, but I woke up to this news because I watch morning news. But Air India flight was taking off in India and crashed on the way. Well, actually crashed right when it was taking off. It was heading to the UK. Very sadly, they believe that over 240 people had passed away. Just keep their families in your prayers. There was some mixed news, and y'all can tell me, but that there is a survivor from this crash. I mean, that would be a blessing, sadly, for all. But anyway, just wanted to mention that because that was a tragedy, and we all love to travel, and we're just keeping their families in our thoughts and prayers.
Mm-hmm. On other news, not great news, but
about Carnival.
People decide to go crazy.
Yeah, and this is not just a Carnival problem, but I think the media brings it forward when it's a Carnival problem, if that makes sense.
They like to hate on Carnival.
Yeah, I just think that they're trying to create this narrative that Carnival is this
like you're going to get fights.
Yeah,
fights.
Yeah,
that's not true.
Unfortunately, it did happen. This was on the Carnival Sunrise. They said that it erupted on the Lido deck, and that something had happened at an incident at Half Moon Cay, and then it came back onto the ship, and it erupted on the Lido deck, and that the security, acted promptly, but all the people involved have been banned from Carnival for life.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Whatever do you think happened to that family where the young girl was drinking underage and got very, very
and the whole family
under the influence because they got into a fight because on the way back she got sick in one of her auntie's hair, and they got into a knockout drag out fight because they were like, how did you let her
drink so much? Yeah, this was a while back, but it was with the way the Nassau cruise port used to be, that they used to have a shuttle that brought you back if you wanted to be it was a bus really. And Mimi, has trouble. She's always had knees and back problems, and so we took that little bus to our ship. Well, it all started on that bus, and when she got off with this girl, the family was waiting there, and all of a sudden, the whole family had a fight.
Dragging knees on the concrete.
It was crazy, and our bus driver said, "I'm getting y'all out of here," because he was just to take us to our ship. That was the first stop, and then he goes, "I'm getting us out of here."
Yeah,
because it was like the security that was on the pier didn't seem to want to intervene. It was very odd how they just let this keep on and nobody's stepping in. But maybe they're afraid they were going to get hurt with it. I don't know. Yeah. But that was years ago. But that was crazy.
All right.
A lot of alcohol and things like that sometimes can cause people to be a little crazy.
Keith said, "Don't fight on vacation. Take it to a box."
Exactly.
Cruise Nuts is here.
Hello, Cruise Nuts.
You can use our mascot. And did you say Porter? You did say Porter right, just like the people that take your bags.
Gotcha.
Ryan said, "Isn't your mascot a raccoon?"
Is it?
It is.
Oh, how about that?
Mr. Porter is his name.
Mr. Porter.
And Paul is here.
There's Paul. Hey, good friend, Mr. Husband of Miss Meg. I just love that. I love when Paul posts pictures that Meg to cook dinner for him and stuff like that. It's like, oh.
Keith's gonna go watch baseball now.
Okay, Keith. I hope they win. Your team wins.
Mm-hmm. All right, next on the news.
And now I did get a notification that...
Why'd you get a notification?
Because I'm a travel agent.
Oh.
And it was an email, really. That they are now... The tickets for Halloween Horror Nights for Universal Orlando are for sale if anybody's interested. I don't like scary, so I won't be going. But also they have packages to look into. And there are travel agents out there that do things with Universal. I really don't. I mean, I can, but I don't. But, yeah. If you're into Halloween Horror Nights and you want tickets, they're on sale. Starts August 29th, ends in November 2nd. Has anybody in the chat ever done Halloween Horror Nights? Would you do Halloween Horror Nights?
Yes.
You would?
Yes.
Okay.
Ryan said a JetBlue plane went off the runway in Boston earlier. Everyone is fine, though.
Oh, my goodness. I'm glad they're fine.
So I was actually talking about haunted houses with Lizzie and Gracie earlier, and Lizzie was like, I do not handle haunted houses well. And I said, I don't either. And then I've told you this story about like when I worked on the farm, when I call it the farm, it was like a fall festival. And they had, in college, and they had a haunted house in the back. Well, I was telling them the story about how the farm area, like the fall festival, closed an hour before the last group comes out of the haunted house. So no one should be in the corn maze area or like any areas. And so I was working there. So on the way back, we were walking back, and it was like me, some of the farm hands, and some of the scare actors from the haunted house. And then all of a sudden we see these two girls jump the fence and the gate, and they start walking all over the place. And so two of our farm hands were like, hey, you guys can't be here, you're trespassing, it's after hours. And they ignored them. And so this one of the scare actors, he still had his costume and his mask and his fake chainsaw.
Oh no.
And it revs. It's made of foam, the front part, but it revs like a real chainsaw. And we were like, go get him. And so he runs after them. They run into the corn maze, and he runs after them in the corn.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine me through the chainsaw in the corn maze?
So I just remember that. So that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And they hid at the corn maze. They did not come out. And so I think we had to call the cops, be like, there's two girls. And they weren't like little. They were like grown.
College kids, probably.
Yeah, where they're like, there's two girls in the corn maze.
She worked there when she went to Clemson.
Yeah. No, I think I would be fine because some of the houses are not super scary. Some are terrifying. Yeah.
Anthony says he can't do haunted houses.
Yeah.
You know, this is when we were growing up, we used to go to the fair a lot, and they had haunted houses at the fair. And do you know that?
Don't tell me they touched you.
Yes, they would touch our bottoms and try to, yeah. And I punched one of them. I was so mad. And I was like, after that, I was like, I'm never going back to the fair.
Yeah, I like the haunted houses where they are jump scares. They don't touch you.
This was just inappropriate with young girls. So, yeah.
Next.
All right. The last one is there's a future expansion plans for the Disneyland Resort in California. And they have an all-new parking structure and transportation hub. I wonder if they're going to get rid of the system they have in the very front then.
Probably. It looks like they are DC this part. That looks like...
Yeah.
That looks like the area right there.
Yeah. So right now in Disneyland, it's just right in front of the area where you come out from the parks. It's just a loop. And everybody just kind of goes to the certain number to get on their bus that goes in the loop. So anyway, they're doing a new parking structure, new transportation hub. They said that they're also adding another cast member lot, and have approximately 6,000 parking spaces. And have shuttle and rideshare areas, and the security screening will be there too. So yeah, they're moving it.
Yeah, they needed to. It wasn't really efficient. Goodness, do you remember that time when we went back into the park after like?
Oh no, yeah,
it was like that was
security.
That was the worst,
longest security line ever. So then they're also going to they said they're going to update the location they're going to have the Cocoa attraction. Right now it's just like a little Cocoa performance. Now they're adding an attraction.
Well, the Cocoa performance is in California Adventure. So which park is it going to be?
Yeah, the attraction is going to be in California Adventure.
Okay.
But it's actually an attraction for it. It's going to be near the Paradise Gardens Park and Pixar Pier.
That makes sense. That's where the show is kind of now.
Okay.
Yeah. Like where we had the last dinner before World of Color, that area?
Yeah.
That area. Yeah.
I have some sad news for you, though.
What?
Avatar is taking the place of a certain ride that we loved.
What ride?
The Monsters, Inc. Mike and Sully.
I can see that, though. I can see that. Because that ride wasn't originally that ride. So it was...
It's such a cute ride.
It is such a cute ride. And I do love that ride. But that ride was like a limousine ride, and it was supposed to be you going through like the streets of Hollywood and stuff. But it was supposed to be like this high speed kind of
yeah.
Well, after the thing with Princess Diana, because it's supposed to be like the paparazzi is supposed to be like following you and you're
following
trying
your limousine.
Yeah. They were like, oh, we need to rebrand this because like they changed it and they didn't rebrand it. They changed it, and then it became the slow ride with all these like cartoon, like caricature celebrities and stuff. And people hated it, and so then they shut it down and then revitalized it to Monsters Inc. So a lot of the guys in the hazmat suits on that ride, underneath are the original animatronics to the celebrities. The first ride with the camera.
Yeah. So they're going to transform a portion of the current Hollywood backlot area into the Avatar destination in Disney California Adventure.
They kind of needed to, though, that area.
But they're going to have to get rid of Mike and Sully.
That is sad, though. But we're getting a Mike and Sully ride. We're getting a roller coaster. They had to take away Muppets, but...
at Disney World.
Yeah, it's a hanging, suspended. It's on the doors.
Oh, fun. That would be fun.
Yeah.
So
Nick said Halloween ain't his thing. Do not show me scary stuff. See, I like
same.
I prefer like real haunted houses, like with spirits, not demons, spirits and stuff, versus like people jumping out and scaring me.
Yeah. I love like a haunted mansion at Disney.
I love haunted mansion. Okay.
So all right. Anything else to share? I got a bug bite.
Yeah, something is.
We've been bugs.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes love us.
Yeah, no. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? Oh, Sunset Boulevard apparently is extended to July 20th, and I did not know that. I thought they were closing tomorrow.
There's something else that's closing too.
Smash.
There's something else that's closing.
What is it? Dead Outlaw?
Yes. I thought I sent this list to you. I had to find it on my phone, but y'all know we love.
I was
Broadway.
listening to that on the way here.
We love some Broadway, and the Tonys did not disappoint. I wasn't disappointed in the Tonys. Were you disappointed? No. My girl Nicole won. Y'all, it's just after you see her performance, you think, how can she not win? I mean, it's just like crazy. What are you looking at now?
When it's closing, dadgummit.
There are several Broadway musicals that are closing, but I want to go see. I've decided one I want to see. The Queen of Versailles with Kristen Chenoweth. Is it how you say your name?
Kristen Chenoweth.
Anyway.
You sure it's Dead Outlaw?
Yes. And it was a TikTok, so it might not be true. You know me. So,
go ahead.
You're ready? I think you're in charge.
Oh, hold on, I'm working on it. The Picture of Dorian Gray is closing.
Yes, I knew that was
Sunset Boulevard's closing. Pirates is closing.
Yep.
Purpose is closing. John Proctor, the Villain, is closing. It's not on here yet.
Okay.
So it's just speculation right now. Okay. Don't do that to me. I want to see that. Yep. Okay. So logo, you tell us what it is. I'll give you hints. That is an airline.
It looks like Security Federal, the bank, when I look at it.
It reminds me of gum for some reason. I don't know. Gum. I don't know. But Dead Outlaw. Did we talk about this? No. Okay. Dead Outlaw There is a true story.
It's a musical.
It's a musical, but it's a true story of this guy named Elmer McCurdy. And Elmer McCurdy was an outlaw, dead outlaw. And so he got shot when he was like 31. And something happened during the embalming process to where he was just like mummified, like perfectly somehow. And so people would take his like mummified corpse on road shows and stuff. And they lost track of his body. And then he somehow ended up in like this attraction in Long Beach, California, where they thought, oh, this is a puppet. No.
It's a true story.
It's a true story. So it's about like his story and what he would have changed in his life, you know. But
the music
is really fun. The music is really fun. Okay. Frontier. They need a TV show. The TikToks I've seen. Frontier, because I've seen, you know, Southwest used to have a show about their stuff called like airlines or something. Frontier.
It is the F. I just realized that.
This explains that. Frontier Airlines. He said, I love the Southwest show. I watch it sometimes to relieve my stress.
What is it? I don't even know where that's on.
It's on, you can watch it on YouTube. I'll show it to you. All right, cruise line, if not obvious. It's like basically like if all different like Southwest hubs and different things. So it would be like they would never go onto the plane like with the cameras and stuff, but it was like the check-in process or like planes being like delayed or stuff like that. It's just like people being dramatic about planes. So
they can do a reality show about cruises for sure.
Well, they're doing a documentary about one.
Okay. Have y'all seen on Netflix? They're coming out with the poop cruise about the Victory. Is it the Victory? Yeah. That's gonna. Carnival's probably like, please don't put that out there.
Well, too bad so sad. It's out there.
It's coming. Yep. The trailer is even something for that.
It's kind of hard to see, but that's Holland America line.
It is Holland America. I just booked 4 clients really on Holland America.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice ship they're going on. The Koningsdam.
This is an airlines. And I like to point out there's 3 airlines in this thing that look very similar. Look at colors is my thing.
Nick probably knows all the airlines.
Yeah, he probably does.
And Ryan.
Yeah. It looks very similar to the one we had last week or 2 weeks ago. This is not the Australian one.
That's what I thought it was.
It does. It has very similar. But that's like either a bird or an airplane. The other one was a kangaroo.
Has anybody seen the story about the zebra that was loose in Tennessee and how they caught it? And they catch the videos of people have made with it because they put it on a helicopter and flew it across, lifted them up and moved them. And now there's all these memes. One, the zebra sitting there at a foot spa, and it said all that running made my feet tired or something. There's all these memes of the zebra sitting somewhere they've made with AI doing something because he's tired.
Do you know Dad is on Bigfoot TikTok? And he is sending me Bigfoot TikTok.
Is he into Bigfoot and Chihuahuas? Chihuahuas and Bigfoot.
I'm just like, he knows it's AI, but I'm just like, oh.
What?
Kyode. This is Stephanie's son. My manager's son. They had their championship game today.
Oh, he got his ring.
And they won. And
he
they
got
get
a ring.
He's the catcher.
Oh.
Yeah. He likes being the catcher.
So cute.
Yep. It is Turkish Airlines.
Turkish Airlines.
Yeah,
a lot of people go to Turkey for like hair transplants.
And veneers.
Do they do veneers too there? And they do nose job, like plastic surgery?
Yep. Hair transplants. Like you can, if you go on a plane to Turkey, like on the way back, you'll just see all the hair transplants. Yeah. Hotels. Yeah, people go to Turkey for like different like medical procedures. People also go to South Korea.
Trails here.
Yay for your coworkers' side. It's so cute. And
There's the fiance.
that is the fiance right there. But she looked at me. She goes, I didn't know that they were going to make it to the championship, and we were supposed to leave for the beach this afternoon.
Today? Oh, no.
So she's taking him to the beach after this.
Oh, he's going to sleep good in the car.
Yeah. She was just like, she goes, you always instill in your children, finish what you started, but man, I want to go to the beach. It was just so funny. But she was like, I'm so proud of him. Yeah. Have you ever stayed at one of these?
No, but do you remember remember we used to go to that buffet? It's now a Sheraton, I think. I think that used to be the DoubleTree.
It's a Sheraton?
Is
a DoubleTree.
Or is it DoubleTree now? It used to be a Sheraton. It was one or the other. This was in Augusta. There was a place that had like New Year's Day, Christmas Day, like big buffets, and if you don't want to cook, and Easter, things like that.
Drill. Hi, Nick. It is DoubleTree. DoubleTree.
You don't see. I don't think.
Do you see that as a DoubleTree?
I do.
Okay.
And it has a D.
She looked at me going, I don't know.
I figured that one out. I thought
you did. I had to give you the hint though before.
I'm sleepy today.
This one's pretty.
I should have had coffee.
You want some?
No, you drink black coffee.
I do drink black coffee.
I drink girly coffee with lots of Splenda and cream.
I remember one time you made coffee for me, and I was like, nope, that ain't it.
The best coffee was on that cruise on the MSC ship. That caramel, what was that?
Macchiato.
What's it? Whatever Elizabeth got, I got one.
Macchiato.
Was that the macchiato? It was really good. Coffee on MSC is delicious. And that's what you're drinking is Lavazza coffee.
We used to have Lavazza at the office, but now we get it from a local roaster.
Mm-hmm. Y'all get whole bean from them, or y'all get it ground?
We get whole bean because the machine grinds it for us.
Oh, you're so fancy.
We are fancy. That was a nice machine.
When I worked, we had Mr. Coffee.
American Airlines. It is American.
We didn't have fancy things and grinding beans.
My foot is asleep. American Airlines. American Airlines. Captain Steve on TikTok. I don't know him. My TikTok
is he a good looking guy?
My TikTok consists of cats.
I'm gonna turn it down so y'all don't hear TikTok, but I have to go see if that's the one I follow.
I'm not gonna give a hint on this one. That one.
It's an obvious one.
Yeah.
Oh, my stomach is.
My foot's asleep.
No, that is not the good looking one.
Mother.
Sorry. I think the guy was a flight attendant, actually. I think he's on Instagram. So we have a really weird thing, a sad thing going on behind our neighborhood. Started yesterday, I guess, didn't it? You look at me weird.
I know what you're talking about. You're such a downer.
I know, I'm being a downer. Nah, it's just bothered me. But there's a lady that had a wreck and she walked away from her car and they can't find her. They think she had like a medical reason why she had the wreck. And now they can't find her. So police presence in our neighborhood and everything. It's just sad. It's really near where Darrell is too.
Mm-hmm. It is a Viking.
It is a Viking. And Viking just announced they're going to offer more longer sailings, like 14 days.
Does Viking now have bigger ships?
They have some cruise ships that do ocean cruises, yes. But some of the river cruises are saying they're doing longer ones. I guess they just go up and I don't know how far they go.
Okay. This is an airline. Have fun.
It's similar to the other one.
There's 3 that look very similar.
Yep.
I was looking at these. I was like, are we all just going to put V's? Like sideways V's? In our logos? It's an airline. It's a fancy one. They have a really nice lounge, I think, in Hong Kong. Do you not remember Karen and Nate? It was the lounge where they got to like take baths.
Oh. I haven't watched Karen and Nate in a long time. I probably should.
You looked up this airline for your client going to Australia.
I did. This airline flies from Los Angeles to Australia. And yes, they do have a very nice lounge.
Mm-hmm. They do.
And you know, when I was looking for my client, it had layover in Hong Kong.
That's where the really nice lounge is.
So I thought, do you want to experience? She didn't want to do it. She wanted to stick with.
And she would have gotten it.
United?
I think so. Yeah, no, but it is a fancy one. But it just made me laugh because it looks so similar to Turkish Airlines, and it looks so similar to another one.
So if she was flying business, so if she had taken that one, she would have got the nice lounge.
Yes, she would have.
Maybe I should do that.
Do you want to fly to Australia?
Not really.
Okay.
I'd rather go to Japan or something.
Do you?
You're going to be married and your husband can hate you.
It's Cathay Pacific.
She still thinks I'm going to be her travel partner forever.
Well, here's the thing. This woman.
Here's the thing.
She has no interest in like
this woman
going. Love their uniforms. Haven't looked up their uniforms. Hold on. I'll continue this. Next one. There you go. I would like to point out they changed their logo recently.
Yeah.
Mom did not realize.
But it does look like the company that works under them. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You had it last week.
I know. But anyways.
Or did you have it last week?
She has never once said, I want to go to Japan. And I want to go to Japan. And Dad wants to go back to Japan. Has he been to Japan?
He went to Japan in the military.
So he wants to go back.
He did. Japan, Korea.
I thought he was supposed to be stationed in Korea.
No, he was supposed to be stationed in Japan, but he did go. He went to Japan.
He went to the Philippines.
But then when it's time to re-enlist and he was dating not me, they wanted to send him to Japan for 5 years.
Mm.
He said, never mind.
I could have been bored in Japan.
You could.
Man.
I would have had to marry him to go there, and I was dating him. We weren't engaged or anything.
Japan is a long flight.
Look, Nick wants to go to Japan. I'll go with you.
I'd like to go to Japan. Nick, I don't know if you and I want to do the same things, though. Do you want to go to Disney?
Why do you think that you wouldn't want to go to Disney?
Do you want... There's something else I really want to do. Hold on. There's like a prefecture that's known for its apples. I want to go there. Amori. Okay, it feels Expedia.
It does make sense because it looks like hotels.com.
Expedia.
Which is,
I think,
under the same umbrella.
From where we're from, Japan's like a 12, 13-hour flight, possibly. Airlines.
I see. You see that somewhere where I go a lot. Where we have been 3 times.
I haven't been 3 times.
I have been.
Good for you.
Would you do it again?
Yes.
I would too.
But what I will not do is I will not be doing a Hawaiian cruise line. If my butt's going to Hawaii, I am getting a rental car and driving around that island.
See, I want to go take your dad to Hawaii, get a rental car, stay there for like 4 or 5 days, and then I go on a cruise ship.
I'm staying there for at least 8. I'm saying, I told Jarrell, I said, we need to rent a car, drive around the island, and when you see food on the side of the road, like in food trucks, and you see a long line, you go.
That's right. The longer the line, the better food.
And it's when you see all the locals in the line. Like the shrimp on the side of the road that time.
We called it the shrimp on the side of the road. It's really not what it's called.
It didn't have a name.
They have these food trucks in Oahu that
are literally on the side of the road.
Yeah, they farm the shrimp right there. Like what's it called? A shrimp?
I don't know. Hatchery? I don't know.
But they farm the shrimp there. They like had this man-made area, and they farm the shrimp. And then you pretty much go to the food truck, order your shrimp, and sit at the picnic table with chickens around your feet, and you eat. But it doesn't just come with shrimp; it comes with
like
sides.
Grilled corn, rice,
it is so good.
Coleslaw.
It is probably the best shrimp I've ever had.
Yeah, I saw a video,
but we never knew it. It never had a name. Like, the restaurant didn't even have a name, so we called it shrimp on the side of the road.
But I saw a place that they do barbecue chicken on the side of the road, and I'm like, that chicken looked good too. All right, it is Alaska Airlines. Yes, it is. It's our Eskimo friend, Alaska Airlines.
When you go to Seattle, you see a lot of their planes.
I bet you do. All right, next. How you book stuff.
Do.
How do you get the last bite of coffee out?
You take the lid off.
Oh. Dang. I'm not taking the lid off.
Would you let me take the lid
No,
off?
I'm good. But I've been getting a bunch of like reels on Facebook or whatever it's called, shorts, I don't know, on Facebook, and it's all about like Oahu food and
like calling you back.
And I'm just like,
you can go there on your honeymoon. Yeah, she hadn't booked her honeymoon.
Here's the thing with that. If I go to Oahu, it's not like relaxing. I'm like, Jarrell, we gotta drive around the island. We gotta go to Iolani Palace. Hey. We gotta go to the flea market. I'm not doing it again. It's this.
Oh.
You know, that's more of like a, you do things. Let's go to Walmart, you know?
Mm-hmm. They're like, why? Why, Hannah? Why are you going to go to Walmart in Hawaii?
When you go to Hawaii, you need to go to chains like Walmart, like McDonald's, like Jack in the
totally
Box.
Different.
They
from
are
what we have.
different. And I want Zippies.
Yeah.
Give me Zippies.
And guess what you found?
It's in Las Vegas. They have a Zippies in Vegas.
Zippies was like our favorite breakfast spot in Hawaii.
It's like a diner.
It's a diner, but it's really, really good.
It's a chain.
And now they have opened one in Las Vegas.
Have I considered going to Vegas just for the
just for Zippies?
Yes. It is Verbo.
But the reason why you go to Walmart in Hawaii is because they have all the Kona coffee and all the flavors, and it's very affordable.
They have all the macadamia nuts. They have every single flavor of Spam. They have some of the like onion Maui chips. The kettle chips are cooked differently in Hawaii. Like, I don't understand how their potato chips are that good. It's just like what you find in their Walmarts are so good. It's just
totally different.
And then when you go to like McDonald's, you don't get like in the breakfast. For breakfast, you don't get hash browns. You get rice. And it makes me so happy. I love Jack in the Box.
What was breakfast. The purple?
Ube.
It was instead of getting an apple pie.
It was ube.
Yeah, it was purple inside.
Yeah, because like a purple sweet potato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At McDonald's.
Yes, that is correct. It used to be Continental's logo, but now it's United's.
And do you know that Continental Airlines used to fly out of Augusta? And they had the Continental restaurant out there. And people went there, like I went there for a prom. Like it was a fancy restaurant.
It's weird.
Because they had the Continental Hotel.
There's an Intercontinental Hotel.
No, they had the Continental Hotel. We had the Continental restaurant on it.
This is a like hotel / resort. The image itself gives a hint. It represents.
Hello, Kurt and Marcia. Thank you for the happy anniversary. We appreciate it. We went out as a family for our anniversary. Went to our favorite little hole-in-the-wall seafood place. If you ever go to Augusta, Georgia, go to Reinhardt's on Washington Road. I don't know about the other Reinhardt's. I've never been to it. The one on Washington Road. It's a hole in the wall. People sign their names on the wall, and you sit at picnic tables inside the restaurant. What's wrong? You see it? Are you breaking out?
Feel it.
Yep. But Mimi's our father's been passed away 10 years ago, and Mimi's anniversary is actually her wedding anniversary is the 10th, and mine's the 11th. So we always try to include Mimi when we go out to dinner on our anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one just chatted along. We invite her to come along too.
It was literally 2 minutes from our work.
And then we took Mimi, you didn't go with us. We took Mimi out to ice cream. And
No, Hannah went
Brewster's
home.
Ice cream.
Hannah went home and found out that her Wi-Fi is out.
I bet it's from that storm.
It was Wednesday morning.
We had a storm.
Oh, that's not it.
Wednesday.
It represents the 4 seasons: winter, spring,
cruise.
summer, and fall. Yes, 4 seasons. 4 seasons. Next. When I tell you they look similar.
That's another airline. Does anybody have a countdown? I don't think I've asked that question.
Well, yeah, you did earlier.
Yeah.
Well, anyone for joining after.
Yeah. So put your countdown in the chat because I'd love to see when y'all are cruising or vacationing or going somewhere exciting. So tell us what your countdown's for too.
I got nothing except for getting married. So
you gotta get married countdown.
Here I am.
I've already said it, I think, yeah.
Oh,
I even put on my calendar that I live by. It says 3 weeks before. I was right on there. Start packing. When do you start packing?
The 2 days before.
I have 52 days, and we're going to Celebration Key.
Can we go to like New York in like 3 weeks
after the wedding?
3 weeks
after the wedding in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
No, girl.
You were open to it a month ago.
First of all, I don't plan to walk the streets of New York in the hot summer because that's all we do is walk.
Did we walk that much?
Yes.
In January.
I'd rather walk in January with my warm coat on than
well, you did it because you looked at me and goes, it's raining. It's snowing.
I had a hood. I bought a good coat from Costco.
This is a place you stay.
It is the place you stay. I think the only time I ever stayed in one of these recently was when we were in Helen. The first time I took you to Helen?
Oh, the mental breakdown trip.
The mental breakdown trip.
That was when I was having a mental breakdown. You looked at me and you go,
you were having boyfriend problems. Not Jarrell.
No, not Jarrell. Jarrell's fine. It was not him. This was like.
What did I say to you?
This is over 10 years ago.
A long time ago.
You were like, you said.
You were in college, weren't you?
Yes. You looked at me and said, I think we need a break. We need to get away.
So I put her in the car and went to Helen.
You're like, have you been to Helen?
Stay there. I don't know if that's what who's the owner in Helen now.
You're like, I think we need to take a break.
You've never been to Helen. I think you need to go look at it.
And that's when I fell in love with Helen because I was like, this is really
nice. It is really nice. And I don't miss him. He's a butt. Oh, I know.
Not Jarrell.
Not Jarrell.
This is over 10 years ago.
Bad boys.
This is funny.
We're telling all of our business.
Best Western.
It is the best Western.
Goodness.
You don't remember when they had, they said they advertised they had breakfast.
There was a Wendy's next door.
I know, but their breakfast was like little donuts in a little package. And that's all they had.
This is the hard one. This is an airline. And that is not a bird. Have fun. It's an airline.
What is that?
Don't ask me what type of animal that is.
Yak.
That is not a yak.
Antelope.
I don't know. Hold on. There's
Kurt and Marsha are going to be on the Mardi Gras. That's nice. You're going to be the 4th of July. I think one of the best parties we had on Carnival was the 4th of July party. Do you remember that? We were out on the deck and they gave us all was it red, white, and blue, bracelets and stuff?
I am trying to find out what this animal is.
And it was just very patriotic.
Oryx? The Arabian Oryx? Oryx. Let's take a look.
Oryx.
Oh, yep, that's it.
Yep, that's it. But you're going to love that, Kurt and Marsha. That's cool. I don't know if y'all have cruised for the 4th of July.
I think it's called an Oryx or something like that. Look at you, Ryan.
Now, are y'all... No, will it be open? Are y'all going to Celebration Key or will it not be open? I think it will be open.
All right, Ryan. Being a smarty he is. It's Qatar Airways.
It is Qatar.
Qatar. And Nick
Lots
said,
of people are smart about
Qatar, also amazing
Awesome.
uniform. I love how Nick rates them by uniform.
I love it. Have I seen Nick's uniform? Have you put a picture in your
And
uniform?
we have an Amber Alert. Indicator, Georgia. License plate SFE 9628. It is a 2013 silver Dodge Avenger.
Look at Ryan. So smart.
You so smart. No celebration key.
No celebration key. I'll be in celebration key in August.
That's your hint. I'm not telling you nothing.
So Nick has a picture in his uniform on his Instagram. All right. I'll have to go check out and rate your uniform. See what you think about it. What would you give your uniform, Nick, from 1 to 10?
You don't make him answer that.
1 to 10.
You don't get him in trouble.
We won't tell.
It is on the internet, ma'am. 2. He said 2.
So you don't care.
I wonder is there any airlines that have like cute like green?
She wants to look like she wants to be a flight attendant in the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Or in Wicked.
The Emerald City.
The Emerald City.
Yeah. We talk about it on the plane with passengers.
I'm definitely gonna look it up after this.
Goodness. Oh goodness.
I don't mind Delta's uniforms for women.
You know, Delta went from being its actual colors of like red and white and blue, like
It's like purple.
It's purple,
plum kind of purple. Yeah.
And I'm like, I like it. But where is it? Like, where did this color come from?
I think it's pretty.
I have nothing against it, but
maybe it's the red and blue merged. Maybe purple.
You know, that's a good one. I just want to know where the color came from.
I love Celebrity. I really did. I've only been on Celebrity once, and I really go back and think about that cruise a lot.
Because it was a small ship.
Yeah, but I think that it was the food and the entertainment. The entertainment was really good on the summit, Celebrity Summit.
It was
some of the best. Yeah.
Was that you went on a New England cruise twice, or was this?
That was Celebrity was New England, then going over to Bermuda.
How long were you on?
I was on it for 9 days.
Good night
with Mimi.
Good night.
Yeah.
This is easy. Have fun.
Easy breezy. I meant to tell you, guess what show? Because, I had to start. I know a lot of y'all probably do this, but I'm really bad about stalking videos about a cruise before I go on a cruise. And we're going on the Carnival. Gosh, what ship am I going on?
Glory.
Liberty. We're going on Carnival Liberty. I'm taking Mimi and her friend Elliot on the Carnival Liberty out of New Orleans. And guess what show's on there? What was your favorite show?
Flick.
Yep. Flick is on there. We haven't seen Flick only one time.
Magic.
On the Magic.
Mimi seen it.
On the Magic, yeah.
She was my roommate.
Yeah, so we're gonna see Flick. I'm excited about that. I enjoyed that on the Magic.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably one of my favorite shows on Carnival.
It was just a really well put together show. Now you get to see Afro Circus, polka dot. Afro.
Yeah, it was a good production.
Every time I hear that sound, it's all over TikTok. I think of that show.
You'd be mad if they changed it, wouldn't you? Because they changed, which is in a good way.
Epic rock.
The Epic Rock thing in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Surprise, surprise, it's Hawaiian Airlines.
It's Hawaiian Airlines.
You won't go to New York with me?
I'll go after the wedding.
I wonder if Jarrell will go.
This is from the child that's not responsible for putting together the wedding.
I want to go.
She thinks we can just have all this time. What if I'm not ready for the wedding? Are you going to step in and go,
yes,
I'll help you?
Yes.
I'm not ready for the wedding. You'll help me now.
With what?
Put the invitations together.
Well, Jarrell is also here, and we can coordinate with him and have arts and crafts time.
I will say
we had this conversation last week
that Jarrell I said this.
Yes, we said
Jarrell Jones is a very involved groom, and I appreciate him.
There you go.
I will not say what I think about this one.
Last week, she said that Jarrell was her favorite throughout this process.
He has been my favorite throughout this process.
It's not because I'm being a bridezilla or anything. It's just like
she is too laid back.
Yeah,
and that just drives me nuts because
I'm at the opposite of being a bridezilla. I'm quite.
She's so laid back. Like whatever. I could have them all wearing purple eyeshadow and blue eyeliner, and she'd be like, "Okay."
As long as she doesn't make me get a spray tan. Nope, not happening.
You're getting body makeup.
I'm not getting a spray tan. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, you're getting the body makeup.
I'm not
Get a little bit of glow.
Not bronzer.
I got you.
Nope. I rather look like a shiny little vampire from Twilight.
And you gotta get that haircut soon. It's time.
It's fine. Everything's fine. It's my hair. It's fine. I washed it today.
Me too.
I did wash it. I could not justify putting this in a ponytail and look like bald headed on this live stream.
You're gonna be completely transformed on wedding day. Drell's gonna say, "Who's that coming down that aisle?"
I can look like a different person. That's the power of makeup right there. Yeah. It is hot up here now.
Oh my gosh.
I'm starting to schwitz.
So Hannah, what do you have planned for this weekend?
Jarrell and I are going to Tux.
The Tux place?
Tux.
Yeah, coming over and helping you put
Eric!
She's sitting there.
Eric!
What do you want to tell Eric?
I thought about you when I made the trivia because you said you've been on like 50-something different airlines, and this was airlines.
And he wasn't here for you.
Airline heavy, my man.
We're not going to make him feel guilty for not being.
I was like, if Eric is here, he's going to get all these.
A lot of them did very good. A bunch of them did very good.
Yeah, no, y'all did great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Nick. We appreciate y'all being here.
But we have to do colors match.
What?
That's what the whole point. Color matching for the ties and his jacket.
Oh, we're back talking about wedding?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all good, Eric.
You can rewatch it, Eric,
Yeah.
if you want to do trivia for yourself.
No, like I have to go get the color of the bridesmaids' dresses.
Well, you have swatches at your house. Do you know where they are?
Yes.
Okay.
They're in a book sleeve on my
So you just gotta take
TV
them.
stand. I know. Yeah, and then I have to then we have to get the rehearsal dinner nailed down.
We should ask everybody what kind of dress they think you're gonna wear.
Yeah. What style? Nick.
Everybody's gonna say black.
Nick, what kind of style dress? Do you know different styles of dresses? I feel like Nick would guess.
Do y'all think she's gonna wear like a ball gown or a mermaid, which is straight up?
It looks
and
like a
down?
mermaid. It's like tight tail. Or an A-line where it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Sleeves, no sleeves.
What color is it gonna be?
Strapless, straps. What
color is it gonna be?
Yeah, no. What do you think? She is a trumpet.
What?
A trumpet dress.
A trumpet.
Not like he's making.
So like a mermaid,
but is it looser at the end?
Looser at the end.
Yeah. So it's like do 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 boop instead of like a mermaid, which is like. Boop.
Do y'all think Hannah would wear sparkles or no sparkles? Okay, that's what we're gonna make an appointment. Go pick up your dress. As your dress is in.
Woot woot.
Huh?
Woot woot. The dress is paid for.
And the bill's paid for.
Yay. Thank you for my bonus. Yeah.
So, anyway, that's all the wedding talk. Do you have anything else to share about your wedding?
It'll be fun.
What song should she go down the aisle to? Well, that's another thing you don't know. Are you going to tell Jarrell the song you're going down to the aisle to? Or is Jarrell going to cry? I want Jarrell crying.
I don't feel like Jarrell would cry. Jarrell would just be like,
Hannah's not going to cry. Hannah's be like,
he's going to do this. He's going to be like, he's going to do this.
You know who's going to be crying? William, Reese, or the daddy.
My makeup people better be there for that first look. All I got to say. Because when he cries, I cry. When he cries, I cry. And I'm like, I can't with you. You're going to do the baby.
Nick says it's off the shoulder and it's white.
Okay. Off the shoulder. Okay.
White.
Okay. No, when my dad starts crying, I will start crying.
Well,
and we can't have that.
Yes, it is 8:00.
Well,
and I believe Lovey's Fat Life is on at 8.
Well,
and I believe Beach Please will be at 9.
I am so surprised people stuck around for that last bit of relief.
Yeah, we were rambling.
I'm so sorry. I should have had 2 more slides. I'm so sorry. But thank you for staying to the end, y'all. The real MVPs. But we hope that you stay safe out there, stay healthy, and don't forget to journey on. Bye.
Bye.